Comprehending spiritual truths often presents a profound challenge to the natural mind, which is inherently conditioned to perceive reality through the lens of space and time. In the teachings of spiritual Christianity, the concept of spiritual forms diverges significantly from physical notions of shape and change. Understanding the essence of spiritual forms requires transcending materialistic associations and recognizing that true individual identity lies within the organization of affections and thoughts, not physical attributes. This exploration delves into the difficulties the natural mind faces in grasping spiritual realities, the nuanced meaning of form in a heavenly context, and the cultivation of a disciplined spiritual understanding necessary to perceive heaven as a receptive state of mind. The natural mind, conditioned to think in terms of space and time, struggles to grasp the concept of spiritual forms and their changes. It tends to overlay natural ideas onto spiritual realities and fail to recognize that a spiritual form has nothing in common with ideas of the shape and changes exhibited by physical bodies in space over time. Because the natural mind's tendency to associate form with physical bodies and their alterations, it struggles to recognize that the true essence of an individual lies in the form of their mind rather than their physical body. By spiritual form, in the teachings for spiritual Christianity, is meant a form of mind being the organization of affections and thoughts that give it its quality. Conveying the meaning of form in relation to heaven presents a significant challenge in human language. The term form in this spiritual context refers not to physical shapes, but to the internal states and relationships of minds. Understanding these forms requires a disciplined approach to thinking about the causes of internal changes and the mutual relationships of minds in states of spiritual order. This discipline involves contemplating the harmonious interactions of minds in heaven and their discordant relationships in states of disorder. To comprehend heaven as a state beyond fixed spatial and temporal dimensions, the mind must cultivate a discipline in thinking about its own internal states and processes. This involves recognizing that thinking in space and time only reinforces beliefs that value external life over the internal spiritual life. Bringing ideas of space and time to spiritual realities can only hinder the development of a spiritual mode of thought. So while actively cultivating this new mode of thinking can be challenging, the effort must be made for a spiritual understanding to develop and its benefits realized. Ultimately, heaven is understood as a heavenly state of mind, not a determinate place. It exists when the will is receptive to disinterested love or goodness, and the intellect is open to spiritual or interior truth from the Lord. This receptivity defines the essence of heaven, where the alignment of individual wills and intellects with divine love and wisdom creates a state of spiritual harmony and fulfillment. Navigating the complexities of spiritual truths necessitates a departure from the natural mind's spatial and temporal constraints, fostering a disciplined approach to internal states and spiritual forms. Recognizing the true essence of an individual as the organization of their affections and thoughts rather than their physical body redefines our understanding of form in relation to heaven. By cultivating a spiritual mode of thought, individuals can transcend material limitations, embracing heaven as a state of receptivity to divine love and wisdom. This alignment of will and intellect with spiritual truth culminates in a harmonious and fulfilled spiritual existence, emphasizing that heaven is fundamentally a state of mind, characterized by openness to divine influence rather than a physical location.